Hello everybody, this is Burgback coming to you with another Starcraft 2 commentary, and we are continuing the grand finals for the Intel Extreme Masters in Cologne, Germany, with Morrow spawning as the Red Terran, that is, spawning against Sean, or IdrA, as many of you know him, spawning as the Blue Zerg. There's the Zerg right there, guys. And we saw in Game 1 the Reaper harassment coming from Morrow, just going crazy. IdrA knows how to go against that, but I guess he just didn't have what it took to go against it that time, as Morrow went from a Reaper build into a heavy Marine Marauder build, and just plowed through IdrA as IdrA tried to go with Banelings against that massive Marine Marauder build, and it just didn't seem to work as Morrow just got back into his ramp and won the game. So we'll see what happens here on game number 2, as we see Morrow just kind of building a supply depot back in his line there. And we'll see if he goes with the same build as last time. Of course, IdrA going, oh no, this is Metalopolis here, folks. They are spawning so close together, we might just see another Reaper harass come out of Morrow, just because of the closeness here, and also just because of this wall here that Morrow could just jump right onto and bypass this whole front gate of IdrA's base. Not sure if we'll go with that same build. Of course, IdrA able to see what's happening right now inside of Morrow's base without any kind of defense here. So we'll see if he'll go the same build. IdrA might be already expecting it. So we'll find out in just a little bit here as we get past this initial building stage. And, you know, what did you guys think of Game 1? Do you think that was really good play there by Morrow going after IdrA with all those Reapers? I mean, we've seen that a lot in the IEM right now, just with a lot of Reapers, and we'll see what happens. But we do have a Marine starting out here initially going after this Overlord, trying to push it out here. And now going into a tech lab. So we might be seeing some Marauders or Reapers here. Again, we might just be seeing the Reaper. Oh, I'm sorry, we're going after this Overlord down here. My bad. And, you know, are we going to see some Reapers come out here just after this Tech Lab's built? Yeah, we are going to see a Reaper coming out, and he's just going to be rallied right there inside the main base. This SCV kind of just getting a nice little look of IdrA's base here, as IdrA starts sending out yet another Overlord into Morrow's base. We do see the Nitro Packs being researched as well, so it might be going with another all-in Reaper approach here as the beginning of the game goes on. We do see Morrow here with both of his refineries up, so he is going to be going heavy gas, as you see, because it is a 50-50 here for these Reapers to be built. And this first Reaper starting to go out after these initial Zerglings coming out to scout for IdrA. Of course, IdrA now seeing those Reapers knows what's going to be going on, as this Overlord has not gotten a chance to really go in yet. And we do have 2 more racks coming down for Morrow, so that's going to be significantly more Reapers coming out for the harassment, as it looks like Morrow now going after this hatchery, as this Queen slowly, but he decides to turn that Queen around, knowing what is down there. Of course, these Zerglings would have had a really nice chance against that Reaper, but the metabolic boost is not out yet, so IdrA just kind of holding his hand back here for just a little bit until this hatchery gets taken out. Or put out, rather. Taken out. He wouldn't take out his own hatchery. And this Overlord getting pushed back by Morrow's Marine. Of course, IdrA did see, I think he saw both of those. Yeah, no, he only saw the one, but I'm sure he's assuming there's another one coming down with 2 more racks establishing now as we go on. So we're seeing the same exact build come here from Morrow as we move on here. Again, just more racks, meaning more Reapers, and the Roachhorn coming down, so we're seeing the same exact build coming from IdrA here as well. And look at this great play here. Morrow able to bring his units right up here, bringing 1 Reaper up here just to control the tower and being able to hit from this whole side. Being able to take out, you know, 1 Zergling, but still, 1's better than none, guys. Again, we see down here this expansion is up. We don't see Morrow going for an expansion at all. He's just going 1 basis right now, relying heavily on this 1 base for these 5 racks. And again, will we see more? I mean, he's got the rally points set out for this tower. And these Reapers starting to come up and harass a little bit. Just going to search out, see what's going on here. Doesn't see these Zerglings yet. Of course, IdrA just kind of holding back, just waiting to attack. And more Reapers starting to come down here. 2 more Tech Labs coming down, so we will be seeing a lot more Reaper action as this game starts going on. And Morrow just bringing these Reapers down and around, taking out that Menskatchew. Very good show there, Morrow. Bring down the Confederacy, that's what I always say. And going into this expansion, seeing these Roaches pulling back a little bit of damage going on that one Roach. Going back into the fold here, trying to do a little bit more damage. And pushing back, going up into the main base, starting to go around. These Zerglings coming in, trying to get the surround on these Reapers and pulling back. Look at all those dead Zerglings. These guys are so great against them. Stimpack and Marauders now coming down. So we're starting to see that transformation going from Reapers into a more ground-based army here. As these Roaches are coming in, we have 2 alive, 1 going down, and more Roaches coming in for Morrow, or for IdrA here, as these Reapers are microing back and forth. And again, just bring him up and down really quick just to get an idea of where those Roaches are going. We see Marauders now coming down out of the base there. More Marauders coming in and being created and trained. And Reapers just going back and forth, trying to get IdrA to keep moving, trying to keep him active, and looks like trying to bring him out of his base into that Marauder pool. But IdrA does not fall for that trap and decides to pull back a little bit. Concussive Shell and Stimpack being researched right now inside Morrow's base. And it looks like a little Zergling somehow got inside the base here. I don't know how that happened, but hey, it's there. And now it looks like Command Center coming down for Morrow. Going to be going for that 2 more gas here as Morrow starts to get ready to expand. And these Marauders definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with as IdrA starts to push out, if he does push out. And these Reapers just kind of sitting here harassing, always harassing, going against those Roaches, and down come the Marauders starting to get ready because it's go time. And down comes the Marauders up on this nice little alcove here, so IdrA cannot see what's going on yet. But he does start seeing these Reapers starting to come in. The scan does come down, starting to take down some of these creep tumors just to slow the advance of IdrA's creep. And this expansion very well off here, getting... Ooh, here we go, a little Overseer coming in to see what's going on here. Of course, nothing deterring him right now from seeing everything that's going on. Surprised we didn't see any kind of contaminate coming down on these racks here to slow it down. But Stimpack Marine just coming out. Oh, there's the Contaminate coming down on that one rack, just stopping one lowly Marine from spawning. And more Marines just coming down into the fold here, making this nice Marauder build here. And we do see Mutas coming out now for IdrA, going into an air army. Of course, he saw all of those Marauders, thought, well, they can't shoot up into the air. But what are all these SCVs doing down here? What is Morrow doing, bringing all these SCVs down? Oh, this should be interesting, just bringing in more units to get hit. As he gets us around almost by all of these Zerglings, the Roaches coming in. The Mutas up in the air, getting shot down as much as possible, but it doesn't look like they're getting focused down. It looks like he's going more for these Marauders, or these Roaches, and nothing to shoot up into the air right now, as all of those Marines are basically done. Marauders, or the Mutas, just coming in and pushing Morrow back, as all he has is Marauders, and they cannot shoot up at all. We do have some Marines up here, but the splash damage from these Mutas are just going to go crazy. We do have some Ghosts out here now. Ghost Academy came up and trying to snipe down some of those Mutas. But it doesn't look like he did a lot of damage here yet. We do have two of them here, and Morrow forced to put all of his SCVs off the line here. Oh, that's just crazy. These Mutas taking control. This is how IdrA won his games against Tarson, just bringing in a massive amount mutas and doing that magic box with them. Of course, magic box doesn't have a whole lot of effect here because there's no Thors to defend, but just this a massive amount of mutas, and there go the snipes down onto these mutas. Morrow trying to push back these mutas as much as possible. Do have banelings coming in as well for IdrA, but I think these mutas could do the show on their own here. And Morrow's probably thinking to himself, what am I going to do with this? He does have a lot of Marines coming out. He does have a nice Marine ball here. And these snipes coming out, just boom, 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 coming down on these mutas, but it's not enough right now to get them down. We do see centrifugal hooks coming down as well for those banelings, trying to get that speed increase on those banelings just because these marauders can go heavy on them if push comes to shove on Morrow's side. And again, these mutas just kind of pulling back, coming around, just trying to find another weakness in Morrow's base as he starts heading down to Morrow's base, or to IdrA's base here. And Morrow just starting to do his push down, down, down south. As these mutas will be the first thing being here. Oh no, IdrA starts pulling back. The scan does come down, sees some of those banelings there. As he decides to bring the mutas up first. Just bringing down some of this creep, just trying to slow the units down as much as possible. And here comes the mutas on top of the... Oh, very good play there by IdrA, putting those mutas on top of the banelings. Banelings just gone! Taking out Morrow's forces right there. Oh, and all Morrow has is a few Marines and one Marauder running back home. Not looking good here for Morrow as IdrA starts coming up with his mutas, starting to go after these racks, going after these tech labs first, trying to take down and hit Morrow where it hurts. And just pulling back yet again, not trying to get too overzealous. And it looks like Morrow also just going to start building up some turrets as well to stave off these mutas. And just one, though. Just one, as it looks like IdrA's starting to get ready to be aggressive himself here. He's been on the defensive this whole time, except with these mutas just coming around and being a little irritating. But it looks like IdrA's starting to finally feel aggressive. You know when he's aggressive, things are going in his favor. Going after that one ghost, and in comes IdrA into the expansion. No, he's turning into the main, going into that ramp. Oh, banelings blowing up left and right. And we're now inside Morrow's base with IdrA's forces as these Marines are starting to pull back, and Morrow knows it's the end, so it's GG for Morrow. 1-1 now as IdrA wins his first match here in the Intel Extreme Masters. We're going to be going to game number 3. Make sure to subscribe, and please leave any feedback down below. I am very open to anything. So we'll see you all for game number 3.